Today we're starting our 1.17 world. I've been putting this off for a little while, hoping that we could get the replay mod for 1.17. However, it's been long enough, we're just going to go forth without it. For now though, since we're running on Fabric with OptiFabric, we get like 300 plus FPS, which is absolutely ridiculous and it's awesome. Anyways, we create the world under the normal naming sequence, the world of caves, and we're going to try hardcore this time around. And hopefully things will work out. The first day always kind of goes this way. I mean, you're just punching trees with your bare fists, trying to find stone and instead hitting diorites. And it's been in the game for 7 years and I still hate it. And of course, slaughtering all the local wildlife. After loading my sky resource pack and the one which makes hoes look like pickaxes, I make sure to find some sheep. Beds have been broken in this game for a long time and I tend to exploit them to their fullest this playthrough. I start cooking some of the food, and while waiting, I plant some trees, so it only takes 20 years to replace the damage I've caused instead of 200. We don't need to worry about the animals, because I subscribe to a 2,000-year-old theory on how flies and other animals are created called spontaneous creation. After a cookout, I noticed some coal on the nearby cliff that'd be nice to manifest destiny. Nearby, there's also a really cool place I'd like to live if it wasn't so dangerous. Oh well, take the screenshot, and it's time to move on. For phase 2 of my master plan, I continue walking around looking for a village, and it's not too long before Ra finishes his voyage across the sky, and I use a totally not broken mechanic to skip the only time where you can face any danger on the surface. For day 1, I figured it would be a good start to make sure those endangered species actually went extinct and caused a few more to go endangered. Nearby is a ravine which has one of the new mine shafts running through it. I've been kind of rough on Mojang for this update, but I'll give credit where it's due. The new mine shafts look awesome. Ravines being one of the few places you should never go in a hardcore Minecraft, I decided to descend a little bit to get some coal and iron. My game plan doesn't involve much mining until we get redstone, so I'm not too worried about going caving at this point. The travels continue until I come across a desert where I find the rabbits. Rabbits are very useful since you can use their hide to make the new bundles. Since I wasn't sure how long I'd be traveling, getting a few bundles would be a pretty good idea. Of course, for the first 3 rabbits, I get 0 hide and 2 rabbit's foot. Don't know how that works out, but oh well. A few rabbits try running away from me, but forget that humans can hunt by literally running their prey to exhaustion. Far on the horizon I see a village, which will be a great spot to set up for my capitalistic plans. Without hesitation, I take to stealing all the villagers' food supplies and selling it back to them for an easy profit. My game even bugs out a little bit here. The capitalistic greed is just too much for it to handle. Night falls quickly, but my bed prevents surface mobs for another 10 minutes. Continuing with the Manifest Destiny theme of days 0 and 1, a house near our sleeping spot seems like it would make a nice home. Of course, for every good setup you need your furnace, crafting table, pumpkin, and a totem to the gods of capitalism and the free market. I think it looks quite good, what do you think? Upon returning home, I am greeted by an unwelcome house guest. I try some menacing glares to convince him to leave, but he only seems more determined to be only slightly annoying. It then comes time to assign the villagers jobs. In what can only be called a stupid move conducted by an imbecile, I decided to start off with assigning positions for toolsmiths. I mean, you could have a diamond armor, diamond weapons, overpowered books? Nah man, I like the stone axe, please. And what makes the decision even worse is that I don't even make 1 toolsmith. I make 3, and each one takes some of that precious iron we haven't built an iron farm for yet. After consulting the great sage prophets, I learned that crafting a fletching table requires flint. Not feathers, which you have no evidence I tried using earlier. It's kind of annoying, but a fletcher came around eventually, and with this fletcher I trade the fruits of my deforestation to accumulate even more wealth. Then for the Monster Hunter % world record, I barely managed to take out a surface zombie almost 30 full minutes into the world. Things barely get started with the tree farm before I have to sleep for the night to continue playing like a fingerless ape. Starting off day 3, I gather all the beds in the village and place them near this nice little setup, which I'm probably going to turn into a villager trading hall. Then I buy 8 stone axes. Why do you need 8 stone axes? I don't really know. My goal is to upgrade the toolsmith to see what he had, and you know, his second tier trades actually aren't all that bad. Iron for emeralds is about to become a very attractive trade in the near future. After some research, I figured out how to make a grindstone for a weaponsmith, and he actually sells a decent sword. To obtain the sword, I resort to the one simple trick to make money quick. Environmentalists hate him. Deforestation. Of course, you can also slaughter the local wildlife to optimize your time. And that's it. That was day 3. Nothing else happened. Told you we're going to be getting pretty quick here. Day 4 or 5, if you believe 0 isn't a natural number. at literally everyone but computer scientists. But hey, Notch developed Minecraft, he chose the first day to be 0, and I'll go with it for now. Anyways, day 4 on my journey back from the forest, I make sure to slaughter all the wildlife because although we have lots of food already, with American portion sizes, it won't last long. Yesterday I cut down enough trees to buy a nice sword upgrade, and the best part, I didn't even have to go mining for it. Yes, it would literally take a picosecond to go get 2 iron to make a sword, but this is about the principle. Of course, right after getting the sword, I descended to the most dangerous place, a ravine, for a couple pieces of coal and iron. With iron, I make a bucket and grab the nearby lava coming out of the side of the mountain, which is probably a sign I shouldn't be building my base here right now, but you know, it'll probably be fine. It takes forever, but using the lava bucket, I am now able to kill the iron golems in the village without aggroing them or upsetting the villagers. With the iron triumphantly won in battle, I decided to make an iron chestplate, and that concludes the first 5 days of our journey. Sorry it took me forever to get a simple hour of footage into a 6-minute scripted video. I've been spending a lot of time working on Darkstarmc, which you can find the IP address to in the description. The next segment should be coming out in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that. Take care, have a good one, bye bye.